So today we are going to look at how to submit lesson plans through the Google Classroom called Faculty Room. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Google Classroom. You're going to see your faculty room. So each school has its own. So here I have the high school faculty room. Everything you need will be on the classwork tab. But for today, we're just going to talk about the lesson plan submission. So when I click on here, I see my instructions, and the first thing I need to do is make a copy of my position's lesson plan template. So I'm going to go back into the templates, and I'm going to find the template that is for my position. So since I'm in the high school, I'm a high school teacher. So I will click on the high school lesson plan template, but wherever you're teaching, the process will be the same. So once I'm in here, the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to make a copy, and I'm going to want to save it to my drive. So I am going to back out of shared drives. I'm going to go into my drive, and you can choose to make a folder, but I already have a folder created here. It's called 23-24 High School Lesson Plans. And I'm going to make a copy and put it in there. So now that I have my copy, I'm going to notice that the next step on the instructions is to rename the lesson plan template, and I'm going to rename it with the date, my last name and first initial. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to put the date of 9/19. I'm going to put my last name and my first initial. So I'm not going to go and make copies of this just yet, because once I meet with my PLC on September 20th, we're going to look at our curricular documents, and we're going to complete this first row, which is the PLC curriculum alignment, together. So this information is going to come directly out of your curriculum and your PLC planning, and this row will remain for the entire unit. So whether my unit is 4 weeks, 6 weeks, a marking period, a trimester, however you do that within your content area, you would, under unit and duration, put that. You're going to list all the priority standards that are covered in that unit, all the learning targets or objectives that you're working towards, and any common formative assessments. And then each week when you update your lesson plan, you'll just highlight which of those you're working on, but the content of that first row will remain for the entire unit. Every week, you're going to update these other rows on where you are in working towards that unit goal. So instead of doing daily lesson plans for each of your courses or in each of your content areas or grade levels, you're going to put how you are working towards it. So it's a weekly lesson plan and not a daily lesson plan. So depending on what you're teaching, you would fill in your name. In the high school, you would put in your 5 different classes that you're teaching. If you are in the middle school, there's academic 1, 2, 3, and 4. For elementary, it's your 4 content areas. And for our related arts, it's by grade level or also by course. So once I have this all set, then I would make copies every week so that all of this information remains the same. So once I have my lesson plan set, I have all my information in there. Every single Monday, I'm going to go in and I'm going to submit my lesson plans. So I'm going to click here where it says View Instructions. And as you can see here, I've already submitted a few of my lesson plans. Every single week, you're just going to click on Unsubmit. And this is going to allow me to add the new week's lesson. So if I go into my Google Drive, and I would go to my drive and the folder, since I just worked on this, it's going to pop up as my recents of today. So I would just click on that 9/19. Here I see that I have a duplicate that I submitted 9/12 twice. So I'm just going to remove that one. And then I'm going to hit Turn In. The following week, I would use my template again. I would make a copy. I would rename it 9/26. I'm going to save it to my 23-24 high school lesson plans folder. And I'm going to update my lesson plan. So again, I would change that what I'm highlighting as far as my learning standards and my targets, what formative assessment I'm using, and I'm going to update all the content in the template. And then I would go into my Google Classroom, hit unsubmit, and turn it in. So as you can see, it's going to build a nice little portfolio of your weekly lesson plans, makes it easy for you to go back and see it all in one spot. And when I go into classwork every week, I'm just going to go right back in here, click the view instructions, and submit my lesson plans here. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your supervisor or your building administration. Thank you so much.